Lloyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's the Sam Houston State Bearcats and the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, Reese. The Bearcats head coach, he understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Blue Raiders offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And here comes Roman Gagliano. He's trying to bounce back from a 4-interception game in their last loss. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3-tight end look on 1st and 10. Knocked down, could not turn the corner, and already this offense behind the chains.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Shaw. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quick catch. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Well, he might as well have dropped it because he didn't get enough for the first down, and the punting unit is on the field. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Bearcats offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And let's take a closer look now at Chris Reed. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for this squad.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
3rd and long right here. To the air, it's Locke. Right side, it's Reed. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Bearcats looking to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for it.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. The Bearcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll run with Brown. Nowhere to go.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal, the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and for the 3rd down and goal situation.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Moving the pocket, it's locked. Brought down.
Nice job by the defense that time defending the end zone. There was a pass play. Everybody covered up in the back end. And when they saw the quarterback take off, they were able to rally to him and stop him short of the end zone. Now what are they going to do on 4th down?
Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. 2nd and long here. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch near the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Just barely got rid of it.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Sees an alley, and he's brought down after a short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll try to do it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the 2nd quarter. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt, and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out wide right, it's Martin. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Motion from the wide receiver. Right at the line. Brings into the open. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last two possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick give. It's Martin. And he could not get loose on the run.
And so far early in this game, and you got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality and then stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. It's Martin. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Trying to pound it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barry Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Sam Houston State's offense taking the field to start this drive. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Back to pass. It's Locke. Right down the middle. He's got it. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Hand off for Brown. Down to little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go. Ready. 14.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to Brown. Stopped right there. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. And there he goes. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. See some running room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Trying to run, it's Martin. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hits inside, it's Martin. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Dropping back, it's locked. Fires to the wideout. Now it falls out of bounds, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Slings it downfield. Another incompletion on third down. The Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making the adjustment. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Purdue Boilermakers.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Middle Tennessee State's head coach told me at the half they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And the Bearcats are in the hurry up. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Luck. They're all over it. Firing deep. He's got it inside the 15. Turning on the Jets. He is in. Touchdown, Sam Houston.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Back to pass on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Off to the races to the right. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, MTSU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Again, at this point.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On play action. Left side, it's O'Neal. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. fires to the big fella. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Needs it. Not going to get there. Decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. They're going to ride this running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, it's Martin. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Straight ahead, it's Martin. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Out wide left, it's Reed. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Play action on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's locked. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rush is on. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Wants to throw again. Got him quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Under pressure, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the short 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming.
It was a massive missed opportunity failing on that 4th down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Running inside, it's Shaw. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And, man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Second down, going to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Shaw. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Long way to go on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And here comes the punt team.
On to kick it away.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not